Okay, right, got myself a 1080p camera finally, and I've just got this. I'm looking at building a cheap video editing machine that'll also do gaming. This is Socket AM4, Republic of Gamers, Crosshair 8 Hero. I've got the Ryzen 3700X, and then you had to have, this is what I got back in the day when I was on Gen 1 Ryzen. Oh, I don't know if it's focusing in properly. Hang on. So this is an AM4. This is an AM4 fitting kit, which you used to get for Gen 1 Ryzen if you had a Noctua cooler, and then you get all your different brackets and things in there. Right, so we're taking off these original brackets here. I don't know how well this camera's going to film because it is a camera rather than a video camera as such, but for the moment, for where I am, this is the best I can do. So we took them off. So put the dowels, these dowels here. Be that one. I think it goes that way round. Have to bear with me because I've not done this for a lot of years. I've kept the original back plate. Just check it all lines up. So you've got your cutouts for your memory. Yeah, that's correct. So there you go, that's your adapter kit. Right, next we'll stick the board on the little test bench thing, which, to be honest, this is what I normally run. The only reason I was having the Optiplex and just messing around with cases was purely because when I'm in the living room I've got a cat to worry about, which isn't ideal. Right, anyway, there's no worrying too much about where the memory DIMMs are. It doesn't tell you in the book actually which ones are what, so I'm hoping it's in dual channel. I've just put them on the outside ones for the sake of this, just because it's easier to avoid any fouling. Oh, flipping out, I'm making a right mess of this shit, and I like to spread it myself, because I like to know it's all got a bit on it. I don't like to waste any. It's the only thing with this gelid though, it's a little bit, it's not always great when you're first putting it on. Another block there, another block there, that should, another block there. That should have enough, we'll test it in a second. Okay. that's where it's going to sit. That's a pretty, can perhaps do a little spot more. Right, I think that'll be enough. I just thought, I know there's going to be all that, don't do thermal paste like that, and I'm not doing it as best as I do sometimes, to be fair, but at the same time people make too much of a flipping fuss about it. There's tons of different ways you can do it. Usually what I want is the thinnest layer possible over the whole of the IHS. That's what I aim for. I don't know what's happened there. And yeah, I mean, I can get some of the best overclocks and that out there in terms of my benchmark scores on hardware bots, so I must be doing something right when it comes to air and liquid cooling. Right, there you have it, that's the cooler on. Right, next up I've got the ARC A770 GPU. Is that locked in? Yep. Now I am quite impressed that there's clearance between the big old Noctua NH15. Right, we've got lights. Let's see if it powers up, does anything. Graphics card looks alright. And I just thought, before we finish, one thing reason I got this board was for the resizable bar. So if I just show you, this is basically your main BIOS screen. So if you get a, hang on, let's zoom in. So if you go top left hand corner there, you can see it says resizable bar. That's disabled standard, so all you do, go on there and select on, and then this Aurora bit, well, I haven't looked at it before, I don't really know what all this is. I'm guessing it's the lights or something on the board, no idea. Anyway, there you go. So obviously you got all your normal tuning wizards and whatever else is in there, but I'll look at them another day. There you go, basic installation of the 3700X in the ARC. I've resized the bar, so all I've got to do when I get time is put windows on there and mess about with it. I might well put the board in a case, or I might leave it until I get my proper shed built, and then I can do all my testing and everything without having to worry about a cat or anyone interfering with it.